What's up, my LS crazed amigos? It's your boy Terry, coming back from SEMA, speaking from the garage shop once again. You know, for some more big bang for the buck product and info. What's happening, everyone? It's been a minute. Oh, let me tell you something. If you guys should get the opportunity to go to SEMA, take it. It is so worth it. Just do it one time, because I guarantee you'll do it again and again and again, because it's just it's so cool, because you get to see beautiful people with beautiful rides and beautiful thoughts, man, and beautiful ideas, man. As a matter of fact, what we're gonna do is I came running back. I couldn't wait to get home so I can finish up on the Trailblazer project, because we're days away from starting this truck up. And like I said, you guys have been with me from day one when I started ripping it apart. So of course you guys are gonna be with me for the first key turn, and I can't wait for that. For the longest time, I always had this little oil leak, and it used to just drive me crazy. We're gonna take the oil pan out, we're gonna inspect it, and then we're gonna replace the gasket, clean up everything around it, make sure the pickup tube is in good order. Then we're gonna install a baffle, which keeps the oil from rushing to the back of the pan, put the oil pan back in. Before we even get started, do your boy a favor, hit subscribe and hit the thumbs up, which is the likes, because that means we get to do more fun stuff. Let's do it, all right? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna get under the car, under the truck, and I'm gonna show you what the first course of action is to taking that pan out. Let's go. The first thing that has to be done is this crossmember right here. We have to drop that down. See, I took the bolts out on this side, but I kept them here so you can see. Those two bolts right there, these two bolts right here, one is the other one right there, and that bottom bolt right there. All right, I got that cross member out, but just to give me a little bit more room, I'm gonna take this piece of the cross member out as well. Now, with the two-piece cross member out of the way, I have easy access to all the bolts to the pan, and as you can see, I have an oil leak. Ooh, gotta try to take care of that, and also take care of the surface rust issue right here. Yeah, make it look nice. And here's the pickup tube front. Now, I had to drop the passenger side of the rack, and you know, to get clearance so you can pull the pan out. I'm about to reinstall the oil pan, and before I do, I want to make sure all this is nice and clean, no oil dripping down, and you want to make sure the mating surface is really clean for good adhesion. And in the corners, I like to put a little silicone, little gasket maker right here in the corners. You see right there, because just a little cheap insurance, so you won't have any leaks, especially in those corners. This is the oil pan off of my Trailblazer SS. You see this hole right there? You have a pickup tube that sits in there that sucks the oil. That's why it's called a pickup tube. It picks up the oil and spreads it throughout the engine. This is a front one. The downside, the car's in park, no problem. The pump is submerged in oil. Problem is, upon acceleration, the car's going on a lift. And with the momentum, the oil is going to go to the back of the pan, leaving the pickup. So you're going to have very little oil in the front of the pan. You got to keep in mind, these were more than just oil pans. These two holes right here, they would support the AC compressor. And these holes right here, they would support the front differential. Now, you see the hole right there, that big hole right there. That's where the center shaft would go for your all-wheel drive mechanism. So again, these were more than just oil pans. Now, being I converted this truck to a rear-wheel drive from an all-wheel drive, and if I was strictly racing this truck, yes, I would go with a C6 Corvette pan. If you do a C6 oil pan, you're gonna have to get a pickup tube, because now you're converting the truck from a front pickup to a rear pickup. And don't forget, you're gonna have to drop about $300 for the kit. But if you're racing, money well spent. Being that this truck's gonna see very little track time, I mean, it's gonna see some track time, a little, but this is my everyday vehicle. I'm not gonna be doing a whole lot of hard launches, and my remedy for this problem was to add an extra quart of oil. But there's another option. So this time I want to give a big shout out to RPM, Rain's Performance Motorsport, for hooking a brother up with the baffle. I want to give a big shout out to Kevin Hanson for creating the baffle. And finally, I'm going to give a big shout out to MRDRA, that's Mr. Dra 2187 on YouTube, for giving me the idea about using the baffle. All right, so let me show you how this thing works. This is where the pickup tube is going to be submerged. Now, if you look, I don't know if you can get the camera in there. Let's see. You see that opening right there? Right there, from that point to this point, it's pretty wide. So upon hard acceleration, the oil's going to go to the back, leaving the pickup tube here, choking and gasping. I need some oil. Until you slow down. Okay, oil's here. What this will do is, it even comes with little pop rivets for installation. This is going to fit in there and dramatically slow down the process of the oil shifting to the back. And that means your pickup would be like, oh, no, this is beautiful. All this oil. No, thank you very much, Terry. This is beautiful. Never been like this before. And that way, you don't have to worry about oil starvation. First thing I did was I made a little paper template, well, cardboard template, and then I matched it up. There's one hole, I already got one already drilled. When you drill these holes in this area right here, you want to make sure you have some type of cloth to catch all the metal shavings, because the last thing you want to do is have some sneaky shavings in the back somewhere, and they come out when you least expect it and ruin your day. So you don't want that. So make sure you clean this out, blow it out, vacuum it out, whatever you got to do. As you can see, the rivets are all in, and this is going to slow down the oil transfer process very nicely. Baffled install and looking beautiful. And to me, this is a way better option to the all-wheel drive Trailblazers, rear-wheel drive Trailblazers, and vehicles like the Trailblazers. Not to mention, you don't have to swap out a pan and a pickup tube, your air compressor's supported, and you get to keep a wad load of money to put elsewhere into your project. But I'm looking at the clock on the wall, and at this time I want to say thank you for all the love, support, questions, comments. Hit the likes. You got to hit the likes and hit subscribe, like I said, and also hit that bell, because you want to get notified when I'm putting some videos out, because I'm going to be putting tons of videos out. And I hope you like them. Let me know what you think, all right? But as always, I'm looking at that clock on the wall, or should I say ceiling. Time for me to head on off and, like I said, get cracking on the truck, all right? So as always, please, be easy, and I'll catch you guys real soon.